Alright, and welcome back to The Sims 4. Today I am speed building the Gnomes Arms, which I am really excited to do because I am using this in my Legacy Challenge Let's Play that I'm doing at the moment, and I just wanted some fresh lots to play with, and I thought this would be the best one because I'm always traveling here to go to the grocery store as well as like the garden shop which Agnes runs, and I just really wanted to get started renovating Henford-on-Bagley. This is one of my favorite worlds that they have released, just for like the aesthetic, and I love building in this kind of like British inspired, London inspired aesthetic. So yeah, I got inspiration from like traditional British pubs. This is going kind of off of an image I got off of Google, for I don't even remember the name. It was something about a swan. Maybe I'm lying. I actually don't remember. But this is not a limited pack build. I am definitely using a lot of them. I in particular am using a lot of Discover University for the little what's that called, freeze, snowy escape, and high school years, as well as like get together. But I'm using like basically every pack I own. I don't own all of them. I'm not rich, but I do own quite a bit. But yeah, I was not liking the flowers. I think they were a little bit much, and I wanted to do some tables that someone could sit outside. So Devin Bumpkin has been recently using shelves as like architectural detail, so I thought I could do that just to add a little bit of oomph to the bottom of those windows, make it not look so boring. And now I'm just trying to paint in a pathway. This stone, funnily enough, is from Get Together, but it matches in with like the sidewalk you can see really good, but they're not the same tone, so I kind of just took the L and did it. And just so it kind of blended in more, and I'm just getting some tables, a nice tile outdoor table. Was gonna try and fit in 3, but it was a little bit squishy, and I didn't think people wanted to be that close to each other, so I got rid of the 3rd one, and now I'm just hanging some pretty plants just to, you gotta give some ambiance. And I wanted there to be apartments. I'm doing like a big speed build, let's build series for this lot as my kind of first series on the channel. This is my first video, but I do have plans. I have done the beginning of a let's build for a townhome that's going to be on like the other end of this lot, and I've also built a bookstore right beside this as well. Actually, that's all I built so far, but there are like 2 apartment opportunities that I could build for. So if you're interested in seeing those, let me know. I could do either a speed build for them or a let's build. I like both ways, but yeah, in the original picture I saw they had nice hanging plants coming from the top of like their type of architectural frieze, so I thought it would be really nice to add those little hanging plants. They're a little bit repetitive, but they worked the best for what I needed it for. Yeah, so I'm just adding a little bit of decor, just some signs. I found this really cute Gnomes Arm sign that I end up hanging like into the wall like that. I raise it up a little bit, and a little what's it called, an A-frame sign, which I thought was really cute as well. But I think we move on to the upstairs soon, or I'm looking for a sign now. I go through a lot of different options for this, like I look through the entire like wall decor section just looking for some words. I think I ended up going with, I think those are from high school years, that little word. I don't know what this, I'm just calling it the Gnomes Arm because I used like the same sign, but maybe that says the Gnomes Arm in Simlish, you never know. Yeah, so I was gonna try and do some more accents on this, but I thought it looked best just being a plain sign, something they added afterwards. Even though this is more of a historic building, they added that on afterwards. And I wanted to try using these because I like the look of them, but I felt like they were going for a bit too Tudor of a style. If it was in Windenburg, I feel like that could have worked really good, but we're not in Windenburg. We're in Henford-on-Bagley, which is more of a farmland. So like this lot itself does kind of stick out, but I think I'm gonna renovate the rest of the lots in this kind of downtown area to fit the vibe, because I feel like a lot of the lots are kind of like not as like shoppingy looking as like the kind of rabbit hole lots that are like right beside it. Not that you can like use them, but I do like the two-story vibe. The townhome I build, which you will see soon, does have 3 stories, so it is a little bit taller, but I definitely wanted like that extra real estate, like extra square footage for the townhome, as I'm kind of going with the storyline that the owner of this lot, even though no one lives on this lot, will reside in that townhome or like owns it and it's like their second home, unsure. So now we're going on to like the part I had the hardest time with, which is the roofing. I left in the entire process so you guys can kind of see what steps I take when trying to roof, because I know it is really hard. I know there's a lot of new simmers coming into the community after the free release the other, like after The Sims 4 became free. It still is. So I thought I would just leave the process in. I've been playing The Sims since The Sims busting out on GameCube, which came out, I don't even know, like in 2002, 2004 maybe-ish. Me and my sister used to play that all the time, and my next game after that, surprisingly, was not until The Sims 3, but since then I have gone back and played The Sims 1 and 2, and I've been playing The Sims 4 since release day, so I do have quite a bit of knowledge when it comes to building in The Sims, but I know everyone doesn't, so I thought it'd be interesting to kind of show my process and using platforms and everything to get the kind of corner roof look I was going for, which was, it turned out to be quite hard. So I'm just, the trims kept getting messed up, as you can see on that corner one, so I think in a little bit I end up just putting a half wall in to kind of blend in, and I didn't really like the look of the trim anyways. I try a few fence options, but in the end the half wall just looks the nicest. I think we're about to go there right now. Yeah, just a thin half wall to kind of bring the brick up, and that way I was able to use a nice half wall trim that kind of blended into the roof. And again, I'm using shelves. These shelves did not work very well because they had like that little detail on the bottom, so overlapping them didn't work, so I just went for a simple white shelf just to kind of cap off those pillars because they could not reach the top of the half wall. And I think I actually ended up liking this option more than if they were to be able to reach up to the top. A little pause, not sure why, but we're just doing some more architecture detail. I've been loving these pieces. I use them to death for the build beside this, which is a little bookstore, and I just really have been enjoying looking into the finer details just for the build. Like I'm gonna upload this to the gallery and record a video, I might as well take my time and really put in all my effort to it. And I did try. So for my own builds, I am kind of lazy when it comes to them, but having the recording going has kind of kept me accountable for making sure I'm actually going the full mile. Right now I'm kind of just laying a base of what the rest of the buildings are going to look like. Quite simple. The kind of like where that bay window gets deleted, because that's where I end up putting the townhouse. But I think the townhouse looks really cool. I'm going for very bright colors for this build. The Gnomes Arms is black, but I think that kind of is its own standout in a way, because nothing else in this town square kind of area is black, so it does stand out. And yeah, you'll have to wait and see what colors I end up choosing for the rest of the lots. And again, my roofing process taking a little while, but I did find out that doing like the kind of corner piece rotated a bit did help there not be like any seams showing through into the rest of the building. And yeah, we're just finishing up on the exterior of this. I thought having a really cool bay window type of thing would just cap off that corner. I think if when I do the apartment for this, it's gonna be really nice to have like a living area or like a dining little nook in that corner. Not quite sure yet. And now we are just doing a little bit of a backyard, like kind of garbage area of this restaurant pub type of thing. So using those fences from Get to Work, I think kind of give off that vibe. And I think we just do some basic concrete from Eco Lifestyle as well, and then we just bring the path along. I end up doing it all the way across the back, but I do end up deleting it from right behind the townhouse just because I did want an extension that kind of cut in. But I love like the juxtaposition between the black windows on the bottom and then the white. I think they work really well, to especially to like differentiate that there is different buildings residing, like different land uses on the top and the bottom. I don't know like if the Gnomes Arms owners, technically they don't, they live in their own house, but maybe like the owner or like a worker could live like in that little upper apartment. Not quite sure what the storyline is yet, but we will get there and it will be great. So just working on the interior of the bar, using a bit of cottage living, or no, we're still using Get Together and Discover University. A lot of Get Together in this because they kind of brought in that like pub feel. Cottage living tried. I did use a couple pieces from there, but Get Together is just where it is at for pub items. Yeah, going for quite a dark vibe in here. Going definitely off the exterior. I try using these pub dividers. I love them. Could not fit a fireplace though, but I do end up getting rid of those dividers and just doing tables. It's nothing special in here. I did not want the lot to lag if I placed too many items, but I did want to look detailed enough so that if you do end up downloading this lot and coming here, that you won't be disappointed. I will upload this lot to the gallery once I do finish the series and the whole lot is completely finished. But yeah, so it is a lot of dark wood on dark wood that is very matchy, but I kind of like that. I have been to like an Irish pub downtown here. They did use like a little bit of like a lighter brown wood everywhere, but it was very matchy, so that was kind of the vibe I was going off of. I love like the little bar counter behind the bar, just like the detail it adds without being more than one item, which I think is great. I wanted to fit in one more table. I just felt like there wasn't enough seating compared to the old Gnomes Arms. It had like it was a really big building, but I kind of condensed it because I like a bit of a smaller lot sometimes for certain items. So we do get a little it's not round, but a little 4-seater table just right there, and we fix the lights. I love these lights. They are from high school years. They're a little bit more of, what's that term, art deco vibe, but I do think they work for kind of like that cottagey pub vibe. And now we're just going into the back room area. We do that's quite funny. We do an archway into the bathroom as well as the kitchen. Not that they need a kitchen in this type of lot, it's not a requirement, but there was one in the old Gnomes Arm, so just in case, you want to do a party here, want to bake a cake or something, do a little wedding even, there is a area to do so. So I have been loving those black tiles from high school years as well. Very recurring theme. It is a little bit of a limited pack build, but whatever. And those green cabinets are just, I think they tied in well to like the green on the tiles. We did use a little bit of dine out. If you don't have dine out, do not worry. That sink, you can easily replace it with something else. I just thought like the industrial vibe of it looked quite nice. I'm just doing a little bit of detailing, adding some like salt and pepper onto the tables, and yeah, adding just a simple garbage, but I was gonna do a big garbage, but we do a dumpster in the back area, and I was gonna do some lockers, but I thought it's not necessary. They can just keep some stuff maybe in those cabinets. I do add a bigger shelving unit beside the oven just to kind of add some more decor without having to do too much. Another big pause. I thought I edited all these out, but I guess I didn't. But that's showbiz. You gotta be adapting, and yeah, I just noticed in the top left corner, the little house icon is shaken. It's doing its thing, which I did not notice. It's kind of distracting, but whatever. And yeah, I ended up adding in this little thing. I thought it looked quite cool. I don't remember if I add any like decorations onto it. Oh, I do. A little bread box. That's all I do. But keeping it simple while still being making sure that there is enough decor. Yeah, we're just adding the finishing touches onto everything, trying to find some wall art to kind of break up the white walls, and just adding some pipes on the outside. I thought that looked quite nice. Kind of is like the back alley, which it kind of is. And yeah, not sure why I added, some fishing things, but it's for the vibes. So add a little bit of the logo on the inside, and we're just gonna cap it off by adding some little break areas for the workers to add a little bit of a games table, which I thought was quite fun, even though it's not necessary, and just doing some final landscaping just to kind of blend it into the surrounding area, which is quite heavily landscaped. Yeah, I think we're just gonna add a couple more windows, and I think that kind of caps off the video. So thank you for watching. I will have the next couple parts out as soon as I finish them. I do have the bookstore speed build already ready, as well as the first couple parts of the let's build for the end unit townhouse. So yeah, I gave you a little bit of a tour, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you tune in for the next one. See ya.